Yes, it's time for a little thing we like to call Two Against One. Joining me now is former Labor MP Michael Danby and former Labor Minister Graham Richardson Richo. Great to see you both. Now, gentlemen, before we get into the debate, let's have a moment of unity here. I think all three of us can agree that Adam Bandt losing his seat is a brilliant thing for Australia. Of course, he was still spreading his nonsense in his concession speech. Have a listen.
People in Melbourne hate Peter Dutton, and with very good reason. They've seen his brand of toxic racism on display for many years. They've seen his time as immigration minister. They've seen him make comments about Melbourne. And like me, many of them wanted him as far away from power as possible.
Richo, good riddance to Adam Bandt. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I do think that's the case. I mean, I just listened to that little grab. And what a bitter little man. What's he got to be bitter about? He's done pretty well. I find it sad that people like that have to denigrate our country. It's a pretty good place.
Michael, to what degree? You were very, very strong in your sort of condemnation of the Greens over this last election.
First of all, hello to Richo, long time no see. Bandt got a 9% 2PP swing against him in his electorate. So that gutless press conference, like Chemical Ali giving a rave without any questions, was typical. And I think the answer to your question is weaponising the Hamas attack on Israel for so-called domestic political advantage doesn't work. First of all, it's immoral. And number two, the average Aussie, as Graham and I know, is too sensible to buy this rubbish from the Green political party. So I'm very pleased. I think it's for the health of Australia that they lost his seat and they lost the other ones in Brisbane too.
Now, Richo, you know me. I'm always one to congratulate you on calling it wrong when it's calling it right when I called it wrong. It happens so rarely that I have to be the first person to acknowledge it. Well done on calling it. You said that Labor would win in a majority, or you suspected it would. What are the dangers now that lie ahead for the Albanese government? Will they try? Does Albanese have it in him to be kind of more moderate, or are we looking at, as I was saying before earlier in the show, a kind of full-on Labor ideological woke socialist agenda, Richo?
Well, Anthony has the choice. He can revert to his left-wing roots and lose the next one, or he can maintain the stance that he's been maintaining over the last few years and win another one. Now, it's pretty clear to me which way I'd go. I don't think that you need to be a genius to work that one out.
Now, I wanted to ask you, Michael, what you made of, which are rather odd. I don't know whether for what reasons the decisions were made precisely, but Albanese has got rid of the one Jew and the one Muslim in his cabinet. Can you please explain that, Michael?
Well, first of all, Richo's an Albo supporter, unlike Keating. I bet you he never expected this bloke who was Assistant Secretary of the Labor Party, basically locked in one room at Sussex Street, to become a two-term Labor Prime Minister. But I don't think he's got rid of them because of their ethnic background. I think there were more seats won by the Labor Party and the Victorian right, and therefore using the formula that they have, had to give Victoria more. And the Victorians decided with 4 votes of 15-1 to dump Mark Dreyfus. So I remember Mark when he first came in fact, I was very involved in it, coming in full of promise and hope and positivity. And he seems to have lost a lot of friends. And Graham would never have gone into a ballot which he was going to lose 15-1 and then repeat it 4 times.
Richard, I want to ask you now, we saw Mark Carney, the Canadian Prime Minister, there with Donald Trump during the week, and they're all pally-pally. Do we now expect to see Anthony Albanese heading over, sitting there in the Oval Office, surrounded by all the Trump administration, making deals on Australia's behalf? Well,
I hope we do, because I think we need to maintain the US alliance. It's critical to this country's future. So I hope Anthony's on a plane over there to see him as soon as.
Graham Richardson and Michael Danby, thanks so much for chatting to us. And Richo, enjoy the success because, you know, there'll be another election where it'll go the other way, I'm sure. Speak to you both soon. Thanks so much.